There's no chance we're cutting this.
Oh, excuse me. We're trying to do a live show here right now. We're recording.
Now we're recording. Okay.
That was a terrible introduction.
I work with amateurs.
No,
Amateur. You're a pro.
I'm a professional.
You're an old pro.
Han's done more podcasts than you.
Way more. All right, we're back.
More radio, too.
Probably.
Back to the Power Hour.
Joe's Stutz over here.
Our spring break, our bi-yearly spring break it's over now.
Spring break starts, October?
It's a long one, but we're back. Back here at the Power Hour. How have you guys been? It's been a while.
Great.
All good?
Yeah.
All right, we got some stuff.
All right.
Got some Lowell stuff.
Okay.
A lot of Lowell sports things happening right now.
City tournament starts tomorrow.
Big withdrawal.
Who's the big withdrawal?
Hold on, I wrote it down.
I thought you were talking.
Phil Smith.
Oh, really?
Out. He's a player, right? Isn't he like the...
Well, he's a player, but now he's been replaced by his daughters.
I don't mean literally. I mean hiply. He's a player, right? He's good.
Yeah.
He's out. Do you know who's going to be replaced by?
No, I don't.
My sources tell me Rob Ayland.
Okay.
Or Alward. I don't know how to say that.
Okay, you're talking about the Tewksbury guy.
I've got no idea. I just pass along information. I don't even know if
Legendary
it's true or
football
not.
family.
Oh, really?
We bought our house on Hawthorne Street from, I think it was Rob Aylward. So
How do you say the last name?
Aylward.
Okay. Look at that. Was he disappointed how
I
bad
don't
you
know if
golf?
he's the coach
Like
of
I'm saying,
Tewksbury.
that's a nice
I'm not
house. And then you come in. He'd beat you, right?
He what?
He would beat you at golf?
I have no idea.
Han was crushing him yesterday.
Oh, really?
He should have won the longest drive contest. We couldn't find the ball.
Oh, one of those.
He crushed it. It was
The last hole, I
Check
hit a
the
ball.
hole?
I hit a ball dead down the center of the fairway on the last hole, and we couldn't find it anywhere.
And he won.
I suspect my ball got hijacked by somebody.
Oh, wow.
I think so.
I mean, I piped it.
Was this obviously it was a tournament?
It was a scramble for Megan's house.
Yeah.
It was me, him, Callie, and Lee Getcha.
So that was like your team's big moment. Right? That was it.
Well, no, he won.
Stolen from you.
He won the. They had a thing where you chip into like a target.
Yeah.
And he won that one.
Look at
Beat
you.
everybody.
Yeah, I got a trip to Mexico, the Bahamas, or the Dominican. I don't even know.
Really?
I haven't really
Yeah.
looked at it yet, so.
Are they still killing American tourists down there?
I don't know. Not in the
Oh, yeah.
Bahamas, I don't think.
No, in Mexico they are.
Your will's updated, right? Like, you got a favorite brother?
Listen, I've been to Mexico. I love it.
Cabo's nice.
Mexico's changed. When's the last time you were there?
20 years ago.
I'm saying that was when El Chapo. Chapo was cool. That was the old cartel. These new guys are trouble.
This is what happens when you have a power gap.
I don't think so. See, I think the cartels are owners in many of the resorts, and they don't want killing and murder there.
You are not watching the news.
No, I'm not watching the news.
That's what people watch.
Acapulco? You cannot go to Acapulco anymore.
Look, let's say I rob a cartel guy in Arizona, and then I decide to spend a week in Cancun in a resort, I might get offed, right?
Yes,
Good point.
that's true. But just telling you, it's bad.
But you going to Cancun and getting offed, that makes no sense, right? Why would the cartel want to take you out?
Set me up, man. He's going to give me the trip. All right, so what else we got for Lowell Sports?
I have some side work from the Mexican
Scott Olet?
travel bureaus.
Scott Olet named athletic director.
Did he get that? Has that been official?
Permanent,
Good for him.
according to the sources here at InsideLowell who broke that news.
Oh, all right. Well, congratulations, Scott.
He'll do a good job. He's young, too, so if he does a good job, he can do it for
Yeah,
40 years. Be one of those guys. They named the gym after you.
There you go.
not bad.
All right.
You know, all the best
Or the
players.
track in this case.
All the best players go to Central now, though, from Lowell.
Actually, we'll get Juju in here later. We're going to bring Juju to Lowell, all right? We're going to do the opposite. We're going to bring in the player.
You see, Central's quarterback just signed with Clemson.
Really?
Yeah.
To play quarterback?
I don't know what other position he'd be playing.
I'm saying sometimes, they end up in like,
He's a quarterback, so
Damn.
I assume he's going to play quarterback.
you watched him play?
I have.
Yeah, but how tall is he?
We'll start the show pretty soon.
6'4",
Just hang in
6'5".
there.
Oh, okay. Huh?
Oh, really? That's...
Oh, we haven't started?
Yeah, we have, but... What else? We had another... Jack Eichel, Chelmsford's own, wins the
Yeah.
Stanley Cup.
Good for
That's
him.
good. He was North Chelmsford, too.
Oh, it's Snobbery?
No, he's a no-show boy. That's a good part of Chelmsford. It's not the snobby part of
You got
Chelmsford.
the athletic part?
The bad
Him.
part. The bad part.
That's where I live in No-Show. It's like the more blue collar part of Chelmsford.
That's true.
Yeah.
No local ties from Bruce Cassidy either.
Was he a Cape guy? That's too far.
Cape guy.
Cape doesn't count. Yeah. Actually, I work with Jack Eichel's cousin.
Oh,
He
yeah?
jokingly claims that he taught him everything he knows.
Of course. Yeah.
You'd get the joke if you saw the guy because he's 6'5", 350 pounds. Look like King Kong Bundy on ice skates. So, but it doesn't work as well when you don't know him. All right. So we got to give an Aaron Curtis update. It's been a while. People want to know what's going on with the Lowell crime, right? I just have to go through this just because.
I haven't looked in a little while. And it is crime season's coming.
Crime season's here. Like this is.
It's been cold though, so the crime doesn't heat up until the weather heats up.
I'm saying
We're a
crackheads.
week away.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of
will be
July.
really crimey.
Here's the thing about it. If I look at the last 4 or 5 days,
Okay.
it's all women.
Oh.
The ladies of Lowell are getting
right.
wild lately. You want a little rundown?
Where's Benjamin Butler when you need him?
Nice. He knows how to get him in line. Yeah, if you're a hoe in New Orleans, you don't want to see old Ben coming down the street.
Also, when you go to the State House and there's the General Hooker entrance, which I think is one of the most fantastic.
General Hooker entrance.
Which is one of the most fantastic names of an entrance. That guy, General Hooker, they named hookers because of the prostitutes in his camp.
Really? Is that true?
Yeah, they were hookers.
Remember we had Hooker Gate? We were over at WCAP. They were trying to. The entrance to the State House is called the Hooker entrance.
Yeah.
Legitimately. And they were trying to get rid of it during the Why Me thing, whatever.
Yeah, it's
Me
great
too.
though.
Sorry, whatever.
Why me?
Sorry.
Literally,
Me too.
it's literally called the General Hooker entrance.
It is. And but it was like, he's a Civil War general. He's a hero. He wasn't a great general, but, he's
You got to work with what you got.
A
not
general
Ukrainian, but still, he's all right.
That's not part of the Wagner group.
All right, so we're getting to them later.
yeah.
Oh, we're getting to them later. All right, I can't read this first one because Juju's here, unless you want to close that door.
She can't hear you.
No, just know there's another one in there. All right, let's see here. Emergency calls respondent to a call about a woman who got a sewing needle stuck in her foot. All right, that's not a real crime one. Lowell police investigating reports of a female who allegedly bit another female.
Like, was it out of love?
That's a cat fight.
The things could just get a little too
And then-
rough.
Did they forget the safe word?
She needed the safe word. Teeth.
Lowell woman pleads guilty to manslaughter for stabbing that killed a 34-year-old.
Yeah, but what did he do?
I just read the headline. I told you, I don't read the whole story. I just read the police
You never know.
calls. Let's see here.
Oh, wait.
Police headed to the area of 5 Lawn Ave and the reports of a female who was passed out behind the wheel of her car. It just goes on. It's wild.
They got a name.
The ladies of Lowell.
What day was that? I've been out a lot. If I didn't know. I don't know the people we were out with.
I'm going to bite my tongue right now, Bash.
I've always said the scariest thing in Lowell is a white girl from the acre. That's tough. That's toughness personified.
I don't know.
And scariness.
Really? Because I didn't have the. I didn't feel that.
Except my mother. She's really nice.
I was gonna
But
say,
all the other ones.
I didn't feel that unsafe at Han's party a couple of weeks ago.
Because you know them all, right? All right, so...
By the way, you should have stuck around. We had a good time after you left.
When? Where?
When was that? May? What was...
Which party?
At the beach place there.
Oh, the sandbar. Yeah. He always leaves early.
Yeah, we ended up hanging out downstairs for a while. It was fun.
Yeah, you should have been there.
Gotta get to bed.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
On a Saturday.
On a
A
Saturday.
nice, peaceful life. You wake up on a Sunday at 5 in the morning, make coffee, sit there, read the news for 2 hours, find out everything that's happening in the world. No one bothers you. It's perfect.
You can do that and not go home at 3:30 p.m. That's all.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you're the one that told me. One of our viewers, we're not going to get deep into Ukraine just yet. Maybe later. We're going to do a good one. But we have someone that watches this show in Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
It's the greatest.
I know.
I mean, who is that? We need to know who that person
I
is.
have no idea.
And it's not a joke. Like they have the metrics for anyone that watches.
Teddy told us that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, hopefully they're still around.
How dare you?
Obviously, it's the intelligence minister.
So this is going to sound like a Ponzi scheme. I'm talking to you, viewer in Ukraine, but it's not. There's one of you. If you can get 10 people to watch the show, and those 10 can get 10 more to watch the show, we'll never talk about Lowell ever again. We're good. I can get rid of these two, too. Whatever you want to do, you just tell me, all right? We're good.
I was going to say, we can make him some homemade rockets.
Katyushas?
Yeah.
They don't.
They could use
It's too
those.
far. They need the big boys.
Hamas needs a little extra work.
They need the Atacams. Street name, Attackums. That's what they're looking for. All right, Hunter Biden just got, we're just going to go rapid fire through a whole bunch of stuff. Hunter Biden going to get charged with 3 weak crimes. A laptop full of a life of criminal activity, and they're going to get him on some paperwork charges. Literally like a speeding ticket.
Possession of a firearm.
Literally, it's like the crime is essentially being a crackhead in possession of a weapon. He went, and when you fill out the paperwork, he said, "I don't take drugs." And they have his laptop of literally him smoking crack on that day.
Oh, really?
So that's the crime. And then he had the gun. That's a crime.
I heard.
And then some woman ditched the gun, and they won't name who the woman is, but it's his brother's widow. What a story.
And Trump had documents in his...
What a family.
Locked up in his room, and he's going to look at 400 years and 19 felonies.
Trump's is not good.
Yeah, that was a
This is no defense of Trump, but
I heard the Hunter Biden. I heard it was actually Jack Jones's gun. Guy from the Patriots.
Well, did you see the Jack Jones tweeting before that happened? He was,
it's the greatest.
it's the greatest.
Yeah, what was he saying?
He's tweeting at John
A
Morant.
month ago, John Morant got in trouble, right?
Yeah, that's why he got suspended.
So we had 2 incidents. So one was that the same one or was that a different one?
No, I think it was the second John Morant.
Okay, so and he really sent a tweet just like, "Dude, you got to be careful what you do. You're a professional athlete. You can't be doing stuff like that."
Oh, no.
You're a role model.
A month later, he's arrested with 2 loaded guns at Logan.
Oh,
Not great.
I think that's definitely a case of a guy thinking that he checked him and he didn't or something. That's got to be a mistake.
Listen, I worked with a kid who was friends with Ty Law's cousin. Do you remember him?
That the fast one?
The ecstasy at the Canadian border.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And Ty Law
Times
was
were simpler back then.
Man, that wasn't even me. It was my cousin, and no one believed them. And I did. I had heard all about Ty Law's cousin ahead of time.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, crashing
Stop doing that,
cars
please.
and stuff like that.
I realized last show you were banging the whole show.
I'm a banger. But
Did you have ties to Lowell?
I don't remember.
Because remember,
he definitely hung
one
out
of the
with Lowell.
Patriots got caught pushing weight in Lowell.
Oh, really?
That wasn't Ty Law's cousin though.
Don't do it.
There was a offensive lineman for the Patriots who used to hang out at the Shamrock a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, all the time. Callie told me he said when he ran into him, he remembered him.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
At the game?
No, it was we were 2 in a strike and he ran into him.
Nice.
He's like, "Oh, I don't know if you remember me." I was like, "Yeah, I remember you." It was pretty funny.
On the arrest theme, it's going to go to our prediction show. Andrew Tate arrested.
I saw that today.
Listen,
Your boy.
my Andrew Tate getting assassinated call could happen.
Oh, yeah.
It is live.
It is unironically very live.
Your role model is in trouble.
Yes. So what do they arrest him for? I think.
Just like
A bunch of trumped up BS.
But what are the actual charges? Do you know?
human trafficking, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was human trafficking and rape.
Yeah, nothing big on. He's still,
Raw deal.
Good luck. Let's see the evidence. It took him 6 months to come up with anything.
I just can't believe you wore that.
I'm not gonna lie. He's a bad guy, but you see what they do. Like you see Julian Assange.
Yeah.
I actually hate Julian Assange.
Why?
I think he hates America. I think what he did.
No, I thought that was a very patriotic thing.
Like
showing.
Snowden is different. To me, Snowden I like.
Oh, I'm getting confused.
Julian
I'm thinking of
Assange
Snowden, yeah.
I dislike.
Yeah,
I think Julian Assange is one of these just let the world burn down kind of guys. He hates America.
I hate people like that.
So I don't like him. But what he got charged with and he had to stay in that embassy for years.
Yeah.
It's just the biggest BS charges I've ever seen in my life.
I just wish you didn't wear the Andrew Tate T-shirt during Women's Week. I thought that was poor choice for you.
Hey, the boss says to do it, he does it. By the way, the Andrew Tate fan club is a bunch of 16-year-olds in Han.
I'm just saying that he's innocent. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, speaking of the prediction show, Man City.
I'm curious why do you hate Andrew Tate so much?
No, he's a bad guy. He's a bad human being.
How's he a bad human being?
He does to women. Like he's,
Well, what did he do?
I don't know. Maybe he raped them and trafficked them. Like the charges.
You just believe the machine. Right?
No,
Yeah.
I just can see someone, hear them talk, and know that they're an asshole.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Let's just.
You should go get
Yeah,
vaccinated.
I agree. You can just.
I already did. It didn't work out.
Go get your booster, Holmes.
I've actually had a buzzing going on in my body.
ABC News tells you should go get vaccinated again.
You know what?
By the way, how about the controversy between this Rogan and Peter?
Oh, yeah, that guy?
It's pretty solid.
You been following that?
No.
Oh, that's the whole
good.
rage right now on Twitter, especially.
What do they have, over $1 million put together now to get them two to debate?
2.6.
2.6 million?
2.6 million.
So how does Hotez say no to that?
So anyone watching this who has no idea what we're talking about, which is probably most people aren't on Twitter and Bash, yeah. So Joe Rogan has obviously huge podcast. He had Robert
of news radio fame.
He's excellent. He had Robert Kennedy Jr. on.
Yeah.
Running for president, polling at like 20%, which is way.
Is he really?
Oh yeah,
Nice. I love him. I like it. I like
Giving a big speech in Manchester, New Hampshire, as we speak, by the way.
Yeah, he's probably talking shit about the Ukrainians.
Breaking news here. I didn't say
I'm gonna go ahead and skip that
If
one.
there's anybody that should be dubbed, it's him. Like,
Yes!
yeah.
We got a good dub story coming up too. We're just rapid fire.
Go.
Right.
That's it.
Go.
So RFK goes on Joe Rogan. He's always been a hardcore vaccine denial guy, and he just went all in on it about everything. And I don't know. You could be influenced. You watch it and you're like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. But then you'll have an expert come on and say, this is why it's wrong. That's America. You debate things. So he did the interview. It's going to have, the amount of people that watch that is going to be 20 million.
Oh, I think more than
Like Rachel Maddow gets about 2 million people. I don't know if she's even still on the air. You know what I mean? Like
2 million. We're talking about like a whole week or something?
No, her show is very popular.
Whole week.
Why?
I don't know. I'm just telling you facts.
Yeah.
I'll bet you it's more than 2 million, but we'll get back to that later. Either way, this show is going to do 20 million for sure. It's the biggest story out there, but the mainstream media wouldn't cover it at the time. This guy, Peter, what's his
Hotez.
Hotez.
Dr.
yes.
Peter.
You've seen him. He's a nerdy looking bow tie. He looks like a nice kind of guy. He went out there and just said, oh, I can't believe they're letting him spew this misinformation.
Yeah.
Same deal.
Essentially wants Spotify to like censor Rogan.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, for spreading vaccine misinformation.
And again, that's honestly, if you think about it, that's probably the most watched show in the history of Spotify. It's and it's only been
not even close.
like a week, right?
It's the number one podcast in the world.
I'm saying that will get 5 million views this week. When it's done, it'll be 50 million people.
Yeah.
So it's an enormous. So we put it out there on Twitter, and Rogan responded to saying, "Hey, come on my show and debate him. I'll give you $100,000 to your favorite charity. All you have to do is come on the show with Robert Kennedy Jr. Tell him why he's wrong."
Yeah.
And he started to backpedal a little bit. And then here came all the Washington Swamp crew.
Man.
All of them. Just the elite of the elites. The douchebag crew. The people that have just lived their life in a bubble in Washington, D.C. You know who Tom Nichols is? Do you know who Tom Nichols is?
No.
I love that. This is the fakest guy ever. He's on Twitter. He's like this godfather of everything. I'm like, nobody knows who he is. He's like a fake creation.
I go on Twitter for UFC handicapping. That's all I go on Twitter.
I just go to look at the fake InsideLowell account.
Oh, jeez. But no, but again, he's the perfect elite snob, Ivy League, worked at the New York Times or Washington, they don't live in America. They don't live on this planet. And all of them just pile on, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. It's all orchestrated. It's like, it's not the way this works. Like, if you're right with science, go on and debate him.
Why would you want to do it?
And he's probably right with some of it and wrong with some of it. That's the way most things turn out.
No, he's wrong.
You can't be wrong with all of it, but whatever. Say it's 50-50. You've done an okay job. But everyone keeps... Now, the internet, kind of the new media, is all, I'll throw in $100,000. I'll throw in $500,000. So now the pot's up to 2.6 million to come on to debate him. And the guys like say no, and it's always the same thing. It always turns into Rogan, and they're all neo-fascist Nazis, and it's like
Rogan's great.
He's got a lot of different. I don't think he's got like a particular viewpoint. I think he's kind of
that's why it's good. That's why people
he's
like
just out there seeking truth. That's all.
Yeah.
So
what's wrong with that?
That's the big Twitter.
Andrew Tate, by the way, chipping in $500K for that.
You might need that. Is he really?
For his bail, yeah.
Worlds are colliding.
You might have to retract that.
Interesting worlds colliding, huh?
Am I gonna have to root for Andrew Tate here?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to reevaluate your whole.
The RFK Jr. COVID book was really good.
Yeah,
it was really, really good.
You have it. I'm supposed to give it to me.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Yeah.
My mother bought it for me, but I haven't read it yet. So
how dare you?
Do you want to read it first?
It's dense.
You're not gonna.
I will read it eventually.
It's really dense, but the stuff about Fauci and AIDS was just something else.
You know what? While you guys talk about that, let me pull up a story here because
That's really all I have to say.
the Wuhan lab theory, all the conspiracies we talked about over at WCAP and the whole thing. Yeah, it's all
Totally legit.
100% true. They found COVID patient 0.
Yeah, the 3 doctors that were in the lab.
Yep, with one guy being the top dude.
Wait, you mean that? Wasn't it a?
Ben, who?
I don't know what's his last name.
Hang on. It's got to be Doctor Who, right? Come on. It's got to be Doctor Who.
Doctor Who.
Oh yeah.
Doctor Who is patient 0.
He's trying to throw a curveball at us.
I know.
How dare you not drop the Doctor Who?
It says Dr. Anthony Fauci, and then it just says
God,
Ben who?
What an amateur.
I know.
This is brutal. You've lost your touch.
I know. I'm sorry. It's been a while.
One podcast every
I'm
4
rusty,
months.
man. I know it's out there.
It's a disease from the future.
Jeez.
So yeah, the first 3 people to catch COVID, weirdly enough, all worked inside.
No way.
All worked inside the coronavirus lab in Wuhan.
They all got it from a phone booth in
Where they
Doctor Who's office.
weren't following protocol.
But here's where the kill shot. Well, you gotta be careful with the words here. This is where the big information is.
Yeah.
If you've watched, it's not Ron Paul. What's his name? Rand Paul. In all these hearings for COVID, he goes after Fauci hard. Like he goes real hard because he knows eventually he's going to get him. Like he's waiting for the smoking
Batting
gun,
1,000.
and he keeps getting closer and closer and closer.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the end.
Yeah.
First 3 guys that had COVID were all in that lab, and the funding came in 3 grants totaling $41 million doled out by USAID and the National Institution of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, the agency then headed by Dr. Anthony Fauci.
Ouch.
We funded these assholes that made COVID and released it in the world.
I had a great.
We've been saying this for a long time.
Of course. But it's like,
It was a great year, though. I gotta say, I really enjoyed my COVID time.
it's unbelievable.
Nobody like we had the bars to ourselves. Got to go to New Hampshire a little bit. The highways were open. Work from home. Good curfews. Like I was home by 11 o'clock. Like it was a nice way to live for a while. I really loved it. It was a great time, except for the dead people. But I mean, they were gonna die anyway. So
Well, the restrictions on where you can go and what you can do is also problematic.
I honestly,
Too much stuff was closed.
I worked my way around it.
we keep saying it. We need to do our top. We each have to have a top 5 craziest like rules.
Gavin Newsom closing the beaches of LA. How's that?
No, that's not crazy enough. You see,
That's not crazy.
there was a point where you could go on the beach, but you could walk on the wet sand, but not the dry sand. That's real.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about here.
I have a Lowell
real.
question. Did Lowell block off the basketball hoop so people couldn't play
Yes.
basketball at the park?
They did.
Did they really?
Yes, and they did it. In,
Lowell wasn't good. No one was good besides DeSantis eventually, but Lowell wasn't as bad as other places.
There's a few people on that health board who might have some questions to answer.
yeah, but
No, there's a few.
They're on
Every
the
health board in the entire world, essentially.
I know.
but that's
Except for Sweden.
The health people on health boards, they're they're a little wacky.
Yeah.
They believe this stuff.
I wonder if you ask them that, though. It's like, okay, this is it. This is the smoking gun. First 3 people to catch COVID, worked in the COVID lab, working on coronaviruses. What do you say now?
Gain of function reason.
Are we still racist for thinking that? Because I feel like we're not.
Yeah. Well,
Whatever. All right. What were you wanting to talk about? The crazy people yelling on the street?
No, I was just annoyed. I'm over it. There's a guy out there with a megaphone.
Where is he? Right by Dunkin' Donuts?
He's over by
yeah, right across the street.
over by the Chinese place there.
The old Woolworths.
By Fuji. He's right next to Fuji. He's on a megaphone and he's spouting off God stuff like, salvation, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, that's okay.
With a megaphone, it's really loud. I don't want to hear that crap. And then you get the other people at the worker shrine, right? The bells are going off. They're all walking out and they're feeding the pigeons. So that, the homeless people. But like, there's a certain guy that lives there now and they just, can we get you anything? Do you need a blanket? You comfortable? Like, and he's just sitting there like, no, ignore him.
We're continuing this scatterbrain
That's all
theme.
I'm saying.
It's okay. No, this is what this show is. It's
No,
just
it's
let it
just,
fly. We're
like-
clearing out the drawer here.
But why is it okay? Like, if I was like, you should be able to stand on a street corner with a megaphone and just be blasting his religious, bullcrap everywhere.
We'll have to check him out when we leave here. I heard something. I thought it was music, though. Do they play music like when he's like in between? Like
Nope. He just
when he takes a break, he has to go to the bathroom. He just plays.
So he was doing that while they were doing the pre-recorded bell music. If you're gonna, by the way, that's another thing I have. If you're gonna have,
You an OG bell man?
you gotta have a real bell.
You gotta have an old guy pulling it, right?
So I got to do the bells once at St. Anne's. It was a blast.
Really?
Well, my office used to be there, and I got to know the guy that like took care of the church, whatever. And I'm
Did you get noon?
I'm like, hey, can I?
No way they gave you noon on your first day.
Yeah, I'm like,
get out of here.
Can I ring the bells? And so we started doing it every Friday until people complained. But we did it for like a couple of weeks. I'd go up every Friday and we'd ring the bells.
Like at an appropriate time, we just for the hell of it.
At noon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and now apparently, St. Anne's bells have got all kinds of like, however you do it, you can make notes and they can like play songs. I was just like,
just yanking on it.
Yeah.
AC/DC Hell's Bell style.
It was fun. I get to bring the bells.
All right. Happy 5-year anniversary. Greta Thunberg, this tweet. A top climate scientist is warning that climate change will wipe out all of humanity unless we stop using fossil fuels over the next 5 years.
Oh.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
all of those predictions like hold weight over time.
bad news for us, huh?
Yeah. Well, we got a day or two.
She was annoying though, huh?
Oh God, she's
I heard her talking about Ukraine the other day. I almost went pro-Russia. I got a line here. You're pushing it. Let's just keep her away.
She's not from Ukraine, is she?
No, but she's the most annoying little kid ever.
Her involved.
When she gets involved, it's like it would be like if Andrew Tate was pro-Ukraine, Han would be pro-Ukraine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of them deals. Former Mass DCF social worker attended schools as a student during this year. Boston police were investigating the fraudulent enrollment of an adult woman who falsified identification and paperwork to register as a high school student over the academic year. According to the letter, at various points during the year, she attended Jeremiah E. Burke High School, Brighton High School, and English High, utilizing the student transfer process. 32-year-old woman went to three different high.
You never watched Never Been Kid? 21 Jump Street?
I was trying to think of 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street
is an excellent movie.
Do you remember that? So there's this movie, when I was married, I used to have to go to bad movies. I'm sure you guys have to do it all the time. But,
Never.
oh, really?
Not anymore.
I was only in it for 7 years. So this movie, Never Been Kissed, and it was Drew Barrymore in her annoying voice, and she was like a writer, and she went to high school, and then she ends up hooking up with her high school teacher. It was kind of like Lowell High.
Oh, Jesus.
Teacher-student involvement, but it was but it was one of those things. Like she's, an adult woman, posing as a student, and it was all because she had never gone to a prom. And
Yeah.
So maybe this girl never went to a prom, man. She just was trying.
Could be. It just happened. This is breaking news. So
Why would she do that?
that is. Look at this psychos out there.
Maybe it was undercover though. Maybe
Hang on. She's a DCF worker?
Yes.
That's
Did I say that right, or was it according to DCF? Hold on. Let me read that again.
I bet it's according to DCF.
Former Mass DCF social worker. That's a big word.
Yeah.
You want one more random headline?
Yeah.
The owner of a Northern California restaurant chain will pay $140,000 in back wages and damages after federal investigators found that they used fake priests to elicit confessions of wrongdoing from their employees.
Wow.
I mean, that is next level right there.
That's pretty smart.
That is pretty good. Like, they should be getting paid.
Oh yeah.
What kind of restaurant brings in a priest for a confessional?
Like, imagine waiters having to confess, like in the kitchen.
Yeah, like was it involved? You have to go.
I didn't give table 10 back their full change. Like,
I shorted the busboy $5.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to hell.
I gave them 6%, not 10.
I cut all my.
That is a psycho. We are in psycho world here.
That's crazy.
Very crazy.
That story. So, is there any more on that? That's.
There was a whole story, but I think it was Washington Post. I don't want to pay for it.
Oh yeah.
But that is.
Where is that? California?
Northern California.
I gotta look that one up. That's worth a read.
Like, where do they set up the confessional? The whole thing.
It's just mobile. Like it's just the priest sits in.
Just like a Honda Civic pulls up.
Yeah, it's got like a.
It's like
tinted windows, like cracked a little bit.
No, it's like taxi cab confessions.
like a big truck comes up. They drop it off kind of like a porta potty, except it's a confession booth.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
That's
know?
a great way to get dirt
Not
on
bad.
people, though, huh?
Yeah, imagine that.
Saying it's pretty bad, and it's going to cost them, but it's very clever. Very clever.
Oh yeah, that's worth a read.
All right, where are we at here? 30 minutes.
What was it like an unleavened bread factory or something? Like what was the
It says
like who? I can't picture like Panera workers being like, hey, let's
what does that say? I know.
We don't
Read
need
that.
401k. We just need free confessionals.
What does that say? I'm sure it's a common word, but I just feel like I'm going to butcher it if I say it.
What?
The TAQ.
I have no idea.
Oh, God. I'm guessing. It was a
Tank-
restaurant.
Taqueria? I don't know.
Something like that.
Taqueria.
I'm certain I will say it wrong, so I'm not even-
never seen that word in my life.
Okay.
Like a burrito joint.
There's a whole bunch of new things that are like super popular and common. I'm like, I don't even know what that is, but I've
Like
never
what?
heard of it.
You've been to a million taquerias. What are you talking about?
Oh, is that what that is?
Like a burrito.
He didn't know either.
Taqueria.
See,
Okay.
this is what I'm saying. I tried to avoid this.
A burrito joint in California?
That's what you say that, and I know what you're talking about.
See, that's why I don't eat Taco Bell. Is I get the taqueria.
Really, that is a snobby thing to say. Taqueria.
Taqueria.
Ay, ay, ay.
I can't, between the two of us, we're looking at this.
I knew it. I knew it was something basic. I could have gotten away with
But it's
it.
the spelling that throws you off. It's got like Q's and U's in there.
Do you have any other basic vocabulary words you need help with today?
Just be taqueria. Cha cha cha.
Oh, I have a question for you guys.
Ooh.
Molly Smith, top 5 in the cities or not?
Oh yeah, I think so. Where'd she finish last year?
Yes, she almost won, didn't she, last year? Or going into the last day?
She was up
faded at the
there.
end,
I
right?
don't know where she finished last year, but
If I remember correctly, I think
I
last
think
year.
top 5 is a good number. I think number 5 is like a good over-under.
She could win.
But
I don't know. I don't think she's going to
Are
win.
there odds on like DraftKings?
yeah, in the whole cities.
Oh, it's an amateur,
I
right?
bet that someone at one of the clubs has odds on it, though.
See, but I think last
What do
year.
you think would be a good price tag?
That was ironic. You hear what you just said?
What would you make?
What are the odds on them having us? Let's go deep to the rabbit hole here.
Make her like plus 450 or something?
No,
to
No.
win?
lower than that.
Plus 300.
Who's going to be the odds-on favorite, I guess is the question.
I don't know.
I never golf with any of these people. You golf with them.
Chris Gentle.
Rob Aylward.
Yeah,
That's my guy.
well, we got 2 guys from
Nate
Napa.
Sayer.
Gillis and the kid who won.
Gillis? Gilly Mo's playing in the cities? Oh.
Not that Gillis.
We had.
I would caddy for him if he was in it.
We were out with Gilly Moore for a little while yesterday.
He's gotten extra hateful. He's beautiful.
Oh, really?
So angry.
Angry elf, man. I love it.
He's the greatest. Next year, here you go. One more random little sports news. Scott Boyle named the defensive coordinator at Bentley College.
I thought he
Oh,
already
good for him.
was.
Again, I told you I don't verify this information.
Good for Scott.
People tell me, I go with it.
I can't believe they got rid of him.
I feel like he's been at Bentley for like a decade now.
They got just what a dumb move that was back in. I don't know when it was.
Football team was good then, wasn't it?
So he was doing the football team and the basketball team. They wouldn't let him do both, and they were like, "You know, you could pick one." So he's like, "Adios, mofo," and he got out of there.
All right, quick Russian
Did
Civil War.
basketball.
Civil War update. You ready for a good one?
Yeah,
Russian Civil
I've been
War.
trying to keep you guys posted here.
Oh, here we go.
First off, back to the prediction show. Man City
Yeah.
won the Champions League.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Well, come on.
Halan broke the record.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay.
50-something goals.
Yeah.
Russian Civil War. Oh, I hit something wrong here. Russian Civil War is my big prediction.
you're okay. Just
good?
leave it. Just
Okay,
leave it,
good.
yeah.
All right, here's the update. So, Ukraine started their big counteroffensive. It's a bit of a dud. I'm not going to lie to you here. I was expecting more. But,
I mean, you know,
It was very anticlimactic here.
well, that's what that is. That's exactly what this thing. I was waiting for them to just smash right through and destroy them. They haven't done that. But here's the other side of it. They've taken back more land in the last 2 weeks than Russia's taken in the last 10 months. So it's pretty good, all things considered, if you didn't know what was happening. But I was expecting more of a smash. I'm not going to lie to you.
that's kind of odd, you know.
So what's happening right now? But Russia's got 90% of their troops engaged. Ukraine has 25. So that's the current lines. And it is still
What were the lines again? I didn't hear that.
the battle lines.
No, how many people you have?
Oh, just percentage-wise. Russia's got 90% of their army fighting on the front lines. They'd call them their reserves early. They blew up that dam, which is horrible.
Well, that's not verified, is it?
Yeah, it is. The only way to blow that dam was from the inside. And Russia controlled the inside.
It could have been weakened though.
Definitely could have been weakened, but like there's the report. It's
Listen,
the Nord Stream pipeline looks very shady for the Ukrainians.
Yeah.
But this looks like a lock. It was the
Don't forget
Russians.
the Ukrainians and the Russians are cut from the same bolt of cloth.
Oh, they're Slavs.
No, but they were part of the Soviet Union. They're all they got a similar outlook on things.
Ish.
I'm not saying they're all the same.
They got some scrap in them.
Yeah.
And then they scrap with each other. This is what happened.
But I mean,
You know what this counteroffensive not working out so good means?
what?
A couple $100 million more dollars, baby.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean,
That's the cash.
Right before we walked in, there was a Pentagon. They said, "Oh, we screwed up the accounting. We actually undersold whatever by $6 billion. So now we can give it to Ukraine." It's like, oh,
Come on.
Unbelievable.
point where,
Just endless.
where I was like,
At what point does the taxpayer just?
At what point do we stop?
Enough.
Just
know,
stop it.
You people can't have the checkbook.
No, you
anymore.
can have it. Just stop announcing it.
No, they can't have it.
Yeah,
no more.
it's
Like, take the checkbook away from these maniacs.
Yeah, you guys got like 3 months, and then we're cutting your off.
COVID, $3 trillion.
Well, that's
Another
the thing. That's
Couple
why
more trillion.
the counteroffensive needed to be quick, powerful, and end this war. Ukraine has 3 options to win the war, and they're going to. One would be Putin gets taken out, there's political change in Russia, and they end the war. I thought that would happen. I hoped that would happen. It hasn't happened. Option 1's gone. Option 2 is, and again, this just starting. It's counterattack, but to just smash through them so hard that the Russian army collapses and retreats back on their own to Russia, which is right there. That could happen. That's what I was hoping would happen, but it doesn't seem to be happening. And then option 3 is Stonewall Jackson style. Kill them all. And that's what they're doing. They're just going to say, screw it. You want to slowly bring your entire army to the front lines. We'll just...
Yeah, but they can just get more. They still got...
They can't. You're
They
wrong.
sure can.
Yes. No, they're just going to destroy their army where they are, which is longer and worse and brutal. And it's like, oh, it's not good for anyone. And again, when you keep pumping the money out, eventually...
They've got the industrial base in the hundreds of thousands and hundreds...
They have no industrial base. Russia's a joke.
No, they can...
They don't have as many people as you think. They do not.
They have 180 million people or something?
142 million.
Yes, they got plenty of bodies.
And
to throw
dropping.
out.
No, they don't. Like they had their army. Their army's been destroyed.
They're going to 3
They did a
million-
mobilization of 300,000 last September. Actually, yeah, last September. Those guys, at that point, 300,000 joined. 400,000 fled the country. So they actually lost an army just on people getting the hell out of there, knowing that they were going to get drafted. And remember, they have 1 million man, essentially, like security force. The country's it's enormous. It's the biggest country in the history of the world. You need cops and soldiers and guards around everywhere from China. You know, they border every country in the freaking world, essentially. That's 1 million different gone. They don't have as many people as you think they have. So that's it. They could get destroyed in place.
Hitler said the same thing.
But either way, sorry, I don't want to bore you with that. The good stuff. Wagner Group.
Yeah,
Prigozhin. This is the good stuff.
This has been fun to watch.
Yevgeny Prigozhin. He's the head of the Wagner Group.
Wagner.
I've mentioned him every time. Oh, yeah. Did I tell you that is why they're named after that?
From Flight of the Valkyrie?
From
There it is.
From Apocalypse Now.
no. So this
The composer.
that's not why they're named. Well, the composer, yeah, it's not an Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is.
the
That's
Wagner Group.
Stop.
Prigozhin is the money man. He runs it. There's a guy named Wagner. Hardcore. He just came out of hiding like a couple weeks ago. Our little movie has a new character, and he's the most evil, unbelievable person you've ever seen. He's got the Nazi SS tattoo on his neck, shaved.
What?
Like picture every psychotic Russian soldier from any movie you've ever seen. This guy's scarier. I will show you pictures of him.
I thought he was talking about Klaus Schwab for a minute.
No. So this guy's like an ex-special forces, fought in Chechnya, fought in Afghanistan, fought in Syria, like the whole thing. So Prigozhin had the money to start the mercenary army. This guy had the crew. He had the army. So that's how it was founded. So it was founded. His name was Wagner. That was his call sign. And he named it because Wagner was Hitler's favorite composer.
Oh, jeez.
So here we go, yes. But either way, they are literally about to go to war with the Secretary of Defense. And they're on the same side. The Wagner Group finally won the Battle of Bakhmut. Took them 9 months. 40,000 dead. But they got there. They win it. Prigozhin takes all the Wagner guys, pulls them out of there. As they're leaving, the Russian army tries to kill the Wagner guys. I showed you those.
Yeah.
They mined the ground, they mined the sides, and they were shooting at them. So you have Russians trying to kill other Russians. He got out of there, and Prigozhin has just been ripping apart the defense minister. These guys are not very politically correct. Let's just say. British cigarettes, they like that word a lot. Just remember, when this thing started, if you said anything negative about Putin or the defense minister, like you were dead. That's the way Russia works. He's calling him a bad, mentally challenged R word, like hardcore. I think he's trying to kill him. And it's like, these guys are on the same side. So Wagner's pulled out. Everyone else is there. This counteroffensive is happening. When Russian army gets smashed enough, the Wagner army will be the only ones left. And they'll just take Russia. That's a bit of a conspiracy, but...
Then we'll have a crazy Nazi running the lodge.
Perhaps.
Well, that's the thing. If Prigozhin lives... Prigozhin has done his Julius Caesar. He has crossed the Rubicon. I'm not saying they're the same. He's not nearly as talented. But he's gone so far where he's either going to be president or he's going to be dead. That's it. There's no other option. But then there's actual Wagner.
The real power behind the...
Prigozhin is kind of like has some Trump in him where he can play ball. Like Trump... I hate Trump, but some of his best qualities are his ability to take people that he hates and just talk to them and cut a deal and whatever. Like, that is actually a very good quality. Prigozhin has that. So he would actually end the war. It's wild. So, whatever. We'll see. Either way, the Civil War prediction, it's happening. The counteroffensive, a bit of a dud so far. Maybe it hasn't started. Some people say it's a shaping operation. I think it's a bit of a dud. We'll see. Maybe this extra $6 billion helps.
Churning cash. That's all it is.
Did you see the
Joe, come in here.
Did you see the UFO thing? The guy claiming that they have.
Oh, hell yes.
That was some good stuff.
Thank you. I knew I was forgetting something.
Yeah, that was good.
So have you followed that? Like, this is
No.
so we always talk about why, if the government has UFOs, you'd think at some point one whistleblower would come through and just be like, this is really happening, right? You're waiting for that one guy. The one guy has actually come forward. Like one of the top guys.
Barely cracked
The credentials are...
You talking about the rocket propulsion guy who said that he was at Area 51 studying the ships?
No. This is a guy... No, that's old news. This is like from like 2 weeks ago. This guy came out of nowhere.
Fresh.
He came fresh and straight up, he's like, we have UFOs. And this guy's perfect credentials, perfect everything. And people take it serious. So now Congress is taking it serious because they've been getting lied to the whole time.
But they used it to go down and see the Titanic.
Well, yeah, good luck to those guys.
To be continued. The clock is ticking.
What is it, like noon on Thursday? They run out of air?
Yeah.
Earlier today was 40 hours. So,
I can't wait for the movie.
Well, hold on. You got to live. If there's a movie that's good, that means they lived.
No.
Yes, and it means like there's like 10 minutes of air left.
I love it.
That's the way the movie works.
I love an unhappy ending.
Actually,
I don't think they make those movies anymore.
if you're lost at the bottom of the ocean and like the Titanic is like way down there, right?
They think they're, it's like 2.5
Stuck
miles.
inside
They
the
think
ship?
they're in there, yes.
That's what I was curious about.
Oh, yes. Like they're legitimately in the
Like
Titanic.
the cable got stuck on something.
The real horror that would be is if they're on the surface, right? They can't get out because the sub is sealed from the outside in, so they could be on the surface in an airtight thing with outside just there,
with
and they just can't get out. Yeah, it's crazy.
Looking out the window and half fresh air.
But at least, I mean, on the bright side, it's just rich people.
It's very rich people.
Yeah.
Like if you're renting a submarine, like you're really, really rich.
It's not. It's
And like, there's a couple billionaires.
yeah. So
One is the richest man in Pakistan. Don't know why, but that's that.
so many jokes.
And you know it's remote controlled?
Yeah, with they use an Xbox.
Like, I'm not joking. They really do. Like,
know.
they literally use an Xbox. I'm like, oh, man.
Someone's got some explaining to do.
They got to bring in like a chubby 13-year-old kid to come fix this shit. Like, get out of the way, Grandpa.
They're just gonna blow on it. Are you doing a?
Hold on, let's see.
Are you doing a Women's World Cup breakdown? I like.
Oh, yeah. Can we get
I like the.
what are you doing? Go ahead. You're fine.
I kind of. Have you seen the lines yet? They're pretty good.
No, I haven't. Is Megan Rapinoe playing again? Because then I just can't get
I
behind.
know she's retired, isn't she?
Is she long gone?
She's
Still playing.
the team gets announced tomorrow.
Oh.
She's close. I don't know if she'll play or not.
I think they were. I think they were like plus 350 to win it all.
USA?
Yeah, but like Canada.
Bet England.
England.
solid.
I think they've got a good chance.
Spain also.
Spain. I'll bet Spain.
Spain has good odds too. They're like 800.
Yeah,
really?
Oh yeah.
It's definitely like time to get in early before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Hopping on.
Years
Spain.
ago, I would talk about women's soccer, and he would yell at me.
Well, I can bet on it now.
Yeah.
And now,
So no one here's allergic to money.
what's this?
What's
Oh,
it?
look at this.
It looks like
Inside Joel.
Is it inside Joel, the superintendent goodbye show? Right. This
Do you know something we don't?
Inside Joel. This is Han's farewell to Joel Boyd.
Yeah, goodbye, Joel. Oh, is he gone?
I don't know what day he's leaving, but he's gone.
Like, oh, he's still around though? Like he works today?
Yeah, I don't know when his last day is.
When's Lowell's last day of school?
Tomorrow.
Oh, same thing for Juju over here.
Yeah.
You got a half day or?
No.
Oh.
He's rubbing it in the.
What do you guys end up doing in the last day of school?
Clean your room, throw trash away,
You watch movies?
organize.
When do the transgender strippers come in? Is that later on? Or?
Hang on.
Sorry, could you turn around?
We're talking about.
I forgot she was here.
We're talking about high school, not a Air Force base.
All right, there you go. That's better. Nice job. All right, come in here. Quick soccer update. And we're out of here. Oh, you had to do that. That had to be
Yeah,
underlined.
the underline makes it.
It pops. All right, great.
All right.
All right, so bet
Right.
Spain in the
Forgot the
Women's World
microphone.
Cup. That's my tip.
All right. Everyone hang in there. One more minute. What are you doing? You're on a podcast and you're drawing. Come on in.
This isn't dictionary.
Watching Dance Moms before.
Dance moms? You
Over there.
think Bash would like dance moms?
Yes. You love the drama.
Oh yeah.
He is a drama kind of guy.
He's more of a Vanderpump Rules guy.
I don't know any of these things.
Someone sued someone for $5 million in it.
On the dance mom thing. Oh, okay.
Do they win?
Yeah.
I know a
They
dance. I
got
know a
$5
dance
million
mom.
from Abby.
Oh, Abby.
What could you possibly sue a dance instructor for $5 million?
Yeah. What were they suing about?
Because she would give her panic attacks and she'd be really mean to her.
That's it?
That's it?
This is these two every time I do a show.
Oh my
I
God.
can sue them?
What,
Yeah.
for mental abuse?
AYO baseball coaches, you are on alert. Right?
At one
$5 million is gonna be tough to get.
Just firing the scorebook right at your face.
At one point of it, the dance teacher, she made so the kid, like, she was practicing her solo, and then she couldn't breathe.
Oh, see, but that's really on the kid, really.
Yeah, you gotta toughen up.
Yeah, it's her fault for not breathing.
She was terrified of the teacher.
Well, then maybe
So
she
what?
didn't.
Do you get terrified playing soccer? You gonna sue your coach?
My
Maybe-
coach doesn't yell at me.
Well, that's because you're good though.
Maybe you need a harder coach.
Yeah.
So while you're here, why don't you break down for us who Ace's favorites? How's it go at home?
House.
Yeah,
Microphone.
His least favorite by far is Cosmo.
yeah,
True. Evil cat.
yeah.
You got me there, right? All right, we're gonna just end it there. Thank you.
And then what?
No,
You must be the favorite though, right?
I am.
Yeah, I can tell. I can always tell.
I am the favorite.
Lily is
I
well-behaved,
am the
great,
star of
honorable.
this house.
You are the star. Of the
Yes.
house.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in, everyone. And anything else you want to say?
This is my show now.
Hijacker. Couple years. This is Inside Lowell. You got to be a real hardcore liberal. All right.
to San Francisco.
All right. Get lost. I'm trying to do a show here. All right. That's it. Anything
There's
else?
25 people
good.
watching.
No, we get better views than that.
No, I'm talking about when he was born.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
That's a
forgot
good.
about
That's a
that.
good. Who?
No, we
will
talked about- we
will more
talked about
people
that
watch
one.
this episode, or would me get born?
Ooh, it was a big crowd. I don't know.
All right.
Thank God they didn't have cell phone cameras back then.
Oh, thank God.
You know what's funny? I bet he kind of looks the same.
yeah, probably.
With that, we're out of
He
here.
goes to bed at the same time.
See ya. Bye, everyone.